this is the last kind of like project document that you need before we start getting into actually creating the copy and the strategy as a whole. So this is going to be called your Brand Bible. You can take this document that we're going to put together and apply it to any other LLM that you need. So if you want to take this to ChatGPT for creating images or ads, if you want to take this to Perplexity, if you want to take this to Grok, if you want to take this anywhere else, you can do this. Or if you just want to keep it all within Claude, you can do that as well. But this is just going to have your everything. It's going to generate a massive document that has just about everything you possibly need. So we're going to just go again into that Claude project. We go under System Overview. It's recommended that we use Opus for this as well. So we're going to continue to use Opus here. And all we got to do is follow these basic instructions. So first thing we got to do is only one input, which is the master context block. Right. Yeah, there's only one thing we got to do. So go to 2B, whatever output you got from 2B, which was your product positioning and mechanism analysis. Go to this document here, which is the most recent document we've generated up to this point. Scroll all the way down where it says at the end here, updated master context block. You're going to just copy from here, copy the updated context master block. Copy that bad boy, go into Claude, paste that in. Copy this very, very, very short prompt. I thought it was long, so that's why I was drawing that out. But it's actually, I forgot I shortened it down. So we're just going to copy this here under Brand Product and Bible. And then we're going to hit paste. We're going to make sure we're on Opus 4.6. And then we're just going to double check here, make sure there's nothing else. So the only input is the context block. And then we're good to go. And then just hit enter. That's it. So then we'll let that do its thing. That's going to take a little bit of time. That's just a quick recap. Your Brand Bible, the complete strategic reference document for your product, all 5 avatars, all 25 angles, auto-populated from the master context block. So what this will fully populate will be the Bible covering 5 complete avatar profiles, each with demographics, verbatim language, mechanism pairings, awareness levels, existing beliefs, failed solutions, and 5 copy angles, shared product and social proof sections as well. Keynotes, part 1 is the prompt, part 2 is the complete template. Yeah, so we know. Fields marked inferred must be replaced with real customer data before the Bible is used for hooks. This is totally optional. I left this there for those of you that have a really good grasp on your product. I know there are people that join this community and they already are scaling products. So if you have certain terms, phrases, words, things that you know resonate really well with your audience, you can fill that out in the inferred sections on the documents. But for most of you guys, all the scraping that we did initially and all the research that we did initially is more than enough. But down the line, if you ever wanted to switch it or regenerate it with new copy, new words, you can do that. So that's pretty self-explanatory there. There's not really much else to that. And then you can see here, all the lines of code is going to be going into place here. So we'll circle back when this is all said and done. But actually, before we finish, you know what time it is. I'm going to direct you once again to the testing phase protocol. I want to just emphasize this again because you will not believe how many people join the community. They watch the trainings on how to set up their ads, and then they launch their ads, then they immediately message me, Alex, everything's going wrong. What should I do? They never checked out the testing protocol. So this section, for the 15th time, is to help you learn what to do before and during testing phase and how you can get out of that. And just so you're aware, for those of you that are out of testing, the way we scale is a little bit different. And there's a separate training on how to scale your ads by stoking the fire, adding in new ads, variations, and launching that. So all this is going to be up to date and congruent with these current trainings. So I highly recommend you go over there and watch that. I would watch these trainings. I would create all my copy, launch everything. I would watch these trainings before I even launch my ads. So I'm mentally prepared on what to expect before I even do a single thing. Alrighty, so we are good to go here. Bible is all set. Add that to the project documents. And above tier 2, if you didn't already, you can also add that to your project documents and should be good to go here. So this is just going to recap everything that we've already put together. Claude's going to explain to you what everything is on the document and on the Bible. So this is all here and good to go. So now we can finally get into the strategy as a whole and start creating our copy. And I'll show you guys how to launch this in your ad account as well.